Hi, I'm Becca Manning, and today I will be talking to you about Bacillus subtilis. This is a bacteria that I found really interesting, and I don't know why it stuck with me, but I had studied microbiology over the summer, and I just loved learning about this bacteria. So, Bacillus subtilis is gram-positive and rod-shaped bacteria. It is spore-forming, motile, and fast-growing. It is also a facultative anaerobe. This means it is an organism that is capable of producing energy through aerobic respiration and then switching back to anaerobic respiration, depending on the amounts of oxygen and fermentable material in the environment. So, a little history on Bacillus subtilis is that it was first discovered by Christian Gottfried Ehrenberg in 1835. He demonstrated its ability to form spores that were heat resistant, and they discovered it has a single circular genome. It has been intensively studied over the years because of its genetic manipulation. So, this is pretty cool. You can actually find Bacillus subtilis in everything around us, basically grass, soil, vegetation, the gastrointestinal tract of humans and animals. You can also find it in certain supplements like probiotics. Um, and this one, I thought was pretty cool. I'm sure most of us heard it. You can find it in fermented foods such as curry and kimchi or natto. Um, I see a ton of videos on social media, TikTok, that there are people trying natto or kimchi and they either love it or they hate it. I've actually tried kimchi. I liked it. It was pretty spicy, but it was good. Natto, I have not tried yet. The texture of it kind of freaks me out. I'm not sure. It looks a little slimy, so I don't really know if I want to do that. But hearing about these, I, they always say that they're gut healing. They're good. They're good for gut health. Eating them, um, but you can get sick from them if they aren't stored properly because they have Bacillus subtilis in them. Um, so if you don't refrigerate them properly, and they've been left out or something like that, and then you eat them, you can get severely sick. So make sure if you do buy them, you store them right. So the transmission of the bacteria is non-pathogenic but can contaminate food and be considered an opportunistic pathogen among the immunocompromised. So diseases, infections attributed to Bacillus subtilis are bacteremia in the blood, which is the gastrointestinal tract, endocarditis, which is inflammation of the inside lining of the heart chambers and heart valves, pneumonia, which is lung inflammation in which the air sacs fill with pus and may become solid, septicemia, which is blood poisoning. We usually know this by sepsis, and all of these diseases are treated with antibiotics. So, like I said before, if you don't store this food properly, or if it's cooked wrong, or if any other food is stored improperly, it can cause food poisoning. Um, so this usually happens when the spores survive cooking or pasteurization. Then it germinates and multiplies when the food is poorly refrigerated. So that's a big thing, that when it's not refrigerated properly. And if you do get sick from eating, you'll usually start to see symptoms within 1 to 14 hours after consumption, and it usually presents itself with diarrhea or nausea. So the treatment that people usually get to treat if they get sick from this is antibiotics. Most commonly used is clindamycin and vancomycin. I would highly recommend going to the doctor or seeking medical help if you do feel sick after eating something. Don't try to treat it at home because you can't receive these types of antibiotics and treatment that you would at home versus a doctor. Um, So the doctor will test you and see that you do have Bacillus subtilis in your system, and they'll know not to treat it with certain antibiotics because some antibiotics are resistant, such as lincomycin and virginiamycin M. So this bacteria, Bacillus subtilis, is considered a model organism. It is non-human species. So these types of organisms are extensively studied to understand particular biological phenomena. Research on model organisms will provide important insight into the workings of other organisms. They are also used for researching human diseases. And this is usually when human experimentation would be considered unethical. So some fun facts about Bacillus subtilis is it was originally named Vibrio subtilis. Later in 1872, it was renamed by Ferdinand Cohn. It is considered the best studied gram-positive bacterium and a model organism in the study of bacterial chromosome replication and cell differentiation. It is also known as hay bacillus, grass bacillus, or Bacillus golgi. It also has 4,100 genes. And that concludes my presentation on Bacillus subtilis. I hope that you found this educational and fun to learn about, and maybe you can give kimchi and natto a try. Thank you.